Lele's Ratchet Advice Show.
So last we left off, I was about to decide which one of the 3 dates I'd go on. And just as I'm about to make up my mind, I get a call from Big Baby. You know, the dude from the last letter who's 350 pounds and refers to himself in the third person. He wants to tell his side of the story. Next thing I know, Big Baby picks me up in a cab and takes me out to a comedy club in Jersey called Shenanigans on open mic night. Yet there's something about him. He's actually got a little swag and I'm kind of feeling it. I start thinking, could I have been wrong about Big Baby? So I decide to rate him. That's right. Welcome to Make It or Break It, the Big Baby edition. 1. The romance factor. He tells me how fine I am 3 times in a row. The twist. Turns out he's got severe OCD and tells the waiter also 3 times in a row, Big Baby want the shrimp cocktail, even though the only thing on the menu is wings. He then tries to play it off by saying he couldn't see the menu because of the mood lighting. FYI, there is no mood lighting. They just probably haven't paid their electric bill. Make it or break it? Surprisingly, make it. You never know where that 3-time thing could come in handy, know what I'm saying? 2. He drops mad knowledge. That's partially what gives him that swag. Dude knows a lot. The twist. Unfortunately, most of it has to do with correctional facilities, like the list of companies that hire felons he's memorized. I had the feeling the date was going to be interrupted by the state every 15 minutes. P.S. Did I mention he works as a bail bondsman at the firm of not these motherfuckers again? Make it or break it? Break it. Just, oh, hells no. 3. Big Baby is mad inscrutable. Just when you're about to write him off, he comes up with something extra special dope. The twist. Turns out, of course, he's a pathological liar. Case in point, he tells me 1. He was a silent partner at Rockefeller Records back in the day. False. 2. He's addicted to deception. Surprisingly true. 3. He claims he was once a sous chef and the Cooking Network offered him his own show. Total fabrication. Make it or break it? Yeah, he's a liar, but I like the initiative. I dig the hustle. Make it. So, unbelievably, Big Baby gets put on. But just as we're about to leave, there's the ultimate deal breaker. He reaches for the check, and in a moment of clarity, I check out his itty-bitty, freakishly small, CeeLo Green-sized hands, and I realize, tiny dick. No judgments. Via con Dios, Big Baby. Before we go, we had to pick the most desperate letter of the week that, yes, gets the St. Jude seal of desperation. It's from Ooh La La 4000. Dear Lele, my husband and I are into kink. You know, a little B&D, a little S&M. When it gets really heavy, we have a safe word. So when I'm whipping him, if it gets to be too much, I know when to stop. Problem is, he's got a serious speech impediment, so the safe word is very hard to understand. Last week, I ended up beating the shit out of him, not in a good way. Now he's pissed. What should I do? Signed, Ooh La La 4000. Dear Ooh La La 4000, I see you took smack it up, flip it, rub it down just a little too seriously. The question is, speech impediment? Because nothing says romance like not being able to understand what the hell somebody's saying. On the real, your wedding vows must have been like a Tourette syndrome convention. As to your question, I suggest you get an interpreter to sign the safe word. On the bright side, if your hubby still complains, at least you won't know what he's talking about. Alright, I'm out of here. Don't forget to put your questions in the comments or send them to Lele at chilltowntv.com. See you in 2 weeks. We always drop on Tuesday. Peace.